See, they know where it's at. Also, yes, I separated for this sleeves. I'm excited. I don't know. The hook or granny squirt? It depends. What size hook are you using? Yeah. Yeah, move out, let karma do its thing, and yeah. $3.75. Ooh. How big do you want it? No, not yet. It just got shipped today. I'm excited. Especially since I will be having to use one of those for the octopus hat that I gotta make. So it should be here. I think it said Saturday. Either Friday or Saturday. Oh, it probably is. It got shipped out this morning. 3 rounds? Yeah, do it. Do it, Jody. I can't wait. Ooh, I did send you a text also, Mama Fader. Not a dire important one, just whenever you get to it. Hubbard says we get paid this week, but we didn't get our checks today. I'm a little concerned. Yeah, because he works Sunday into Monday this week. Also, I think if baby girl texts me what time she's gonna get back, I'll raid out before she gets back and I'll go pick her up. What do we think? You know she's kicking herself for getting 6. But once again, if by chance some of the girls are already going with their preliminary, she might still be going. Okay, I'll respond here in a minute. Yeah, it happens. Don't leave you. But Jody, I'm almost at the other end. It's amazing what happens when you go from over 300 to like under 150 stitches. Oh, I will. She's so amazing. But she'll find out more if she does get to go. I do think no matter what, I'm gonna get off early again just to give my voice a rest again. My throat's still quite a bit scratchy, and y'all hear me coughing. I know you do, and I apologize for that. But I just want to feel better. But I don't feel so bad that I can't sit here and craft, which is a plus. It really is. Yeah. That's true. Also, don't forget, I picked Child up on Friday! I'm so excited. He best be fully packed when I get him. Best be fully packed, because I'm not going to stand there and pack for him. He's adultish. So am I, but, you know. Oh my gosh, what did I do there? He's probably gonna be sitting there on his bed like, I can't do anything because my mom didn't pick me up yet. Like, my dude, you have your laptop. Play something on your laptop. But yeah, I'm super excited. I'm hoping he did good. I am. He says he did. But I actually gotta see his grades or else I don't believe. You know, we've actually done quite a bit. I did not eat all my dinner. I think I'm having a can of soup later. Covers, I'll be okay. Did you, Cat? Awesome. You made small plates. I mean, I eat off of small plates.
Do you understand?
My phone is possessed. Like, oh, I didn't catch that. No, so you know in a dinner set that you buy with the dinner plate, the salad plate, the bowl? I eat off of the salad plate, which is about the size of a kid's plate. Yeah. Because dinner plates are too big for me. How dare Mr. Cat. Stop eating after 8. That makes sense too. I mean, I eat small portions no matter what. Except for mashed taters. There's weakness. Yeah, it's fine. It's all fine. Me too. Oh, they're so great. Like regular taters, sweet taters, it don't matter. Does not matter. Makes with salt on the outside, finishes in the air fryer. I would like some. Peppers make something too. Ooh, I know you do. I've seen the picture. But I know how many rows in a strip, clearly. So I know how wide one strip is. So I know exactly how many rows I need. Hardly eat russet potatoes. Yeah. I like sweet taters a little more. Unless they are the 3 cheese pack from, like, you know, the store. Like the dehydrated potatoes. Yeah. Yeah. The reds, the baby reds, yep. Golden yellow, yep. Hubbers likes putting cheese in them because cheese makes everything better, right? Pizza yesterday? Heck yeah. What was on the pizza? Oh, she got new PR by 1 second. 5 minutes, 40 seconds to run 1 mile. Bacon and onion. Okay, I would not eat that, but child would, so yeah, we can't talk. Your leg, not your arm? She is a good kiddo. You see if she knows when they're coming back. Handcraft bullet done. Awesome. Pizza on Sunday. Yeah, we did pizza 2 Sundays ago, I think. Yeah, 2 Sundays ago. How exciting. Waiting for her to respond. I asked her what time she'll be coming home. Feel the difference? Okay. Kiddo says you're dating now. But Kiddo, not until she proves she can cook. Yes. Mario Galaxy, awesome. I wish she would tell me. I wish she would tell me. It's almost 8 p.m. I know exactly where they are too. No, not that one. This one's baby girl just texted me. The group text is from PB Cup's coach. He knows how much I love that. I dislike group text. Everybody should dislike them. They should not be a thing. Like, really. They should not be a thing. I thought that was her. That's not her. Her text tone is a flute. For obvious reasons, because she played with flute. Oh gosh. Blue! Hello, how are you? Sorry. How's it going, Blue? Good morning. I gotta blow my nose. Again. Just woke up, that's alright. But it sounds like you're on Australian time. Sound good. Which is fine. You're allowed. Especially since you're happy. Ooh. Just remember, you will have to message me. Because I worry about you. Hi, Mirror Mask. How's it going? I hope all's well in your corner of the world. Ooh, Blue, I'm excited for you. Bit rough, but doing better now. Awesome, I'm glad you're doing better. And thank you. This here, kind of hard to actually show the whole thing right now. It's gonna be a cardigan. I don't have a picture or a pattern to share because this will be the picture for the pattern. But yeah, so far so good. I love this yarn. This yarn is amazing. So much every time. Yeah. This one I've done quite a bit on today. Which is good. And I'm not going all the way across because I separated for the sleeves. So that's why this one's down much farther than that one. But Blue, baby girl got a new PR for the 1 mile. 5 minutes, 40 seconds. I could drive a mile a minute. Yeah, I said it. I could drive a mile a minute. She knows I say it too. I was hoping to make it to the ads, but I gotta get up and use the restroom because somebody keeps making me drink. So, I know a couple of you just got here, but I'm gonna throw up the BRB scene. I'm gonna run an ad break right now. It's only about 10 minutes early, just so I can go use the bathroom. That will do that. What are you talking about? Specifically Shay being like, yeah, you haven't drank in like 0.0 seconds. I'll be right back.
Drunk and ended up at your place. From the moment that I saw you, I knew that it was the bet that you felt the same. Standing here, I need to let you know. What if I had never let you go? Standing here, I need to let you know that I need you tonight. You should know that I miss you.
So I still have the portrait up on my second monitor. And I jumped a little when I sat back down. What's chaotic? Mousy! Lost traveling. That's evil, but I like it. Technically, working so trying to work in between shoe. Ooh. How many shoe changers was there? That's evil, lost traveling. Evil, but I like it. That is all. Evil, but I like it. There was that good hydration. Now I'm gonna have to go to the bathroom again. Only had to show up in one. Okay, that's good. Because that would be like chaotic even more. Well, I can only imagine how that is. I'm kind of glad baby girl was never interested in dance now. Although the cost of running shoes, let me tell you. Anybody want to like see about somebody sponsoring me for my children's running? Let me tell you. Shoes are expensive for running. Parent volunteers for Saturday. Okay, that's good. That's good. I'm glad. New shoes ever right? Yeah. Or whenever the tread gets worn out. I can imagine. Because those aren't just like, you know, typical everyday running I mean, my baby girl, I tend to spend a little more for her running shoes because she takes it more serious. But the ones for dance, I can only imagine. Because they're not like, oh, I can wear these other places too. No, you can't. You really can't. At least with running shoes, like if I get PB Cup a new pair of running shoes, he uses the old ones for like doing other stuff. You can't do that with dance. Yeah, especially when the kiddo's still growing. Which makes it all the better. That's rough. 75 alone, yeah. That hurts my wallet for you. I asked Liz. That's how I do. Heart cried when you heard the yeah. Is it okay? So it's all natural. How much is it? I mean, some of them are, yeah. Jody. Baby girls' running shoes can cost that or more, and that's running shoes. Yeah, you can do a web search to compare prices, or if you have the add-on Honey. Oh my gosh, I thought I messed up. Yes. I mean, yes. Do I have to say again? Yes. I'm gonna say, are you sure you want to look at this? Are you human? Yeah, I might. Oh. Okay, honestly, that's not a bad price. Because 100 grams for that, and I know it's all natural, is US dollars less than 4, right? Okay, Mama Fader. Good luck and have fun. And love your face. 20 kilograms. Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot of money, but that's also a lot of roping. Yeah, I have quite a bit at Corriedale now. I think. Maybe. Maybe not.